Officer, colleagues, civil service servants, ladies and gentlemen, and the media and the people of Bermuda. Every Bermudian wants a better Bermuda, every one of us. Whether you're OBA, whether you're PLP, whether you're from Somerset, or whether you're from St. George's. I say that without reservation. All of us want it to be better for our families, our neighbors, our friends, and for ourselves. That's the basic hope I believe we all share. And that's the starting point for what I believe that we all share a dream for a better life together here in Bermuda. For my colleagues and me in government, our work is about bringing that dream closer to reality. At the highest level, we aim to build a Bermuda in which everyone has a fair chance to succeed, free of barriers that block progress, with laws that guarantee fair chance for all, no exceptions, and where community leaders show how we can live together, leaving no one behind. Our work is also about making sure things work better for the people of Bermuda, helping them in their lives, and that means good paying jobs, good schooling, safe neighborhoods, and an affordable Bermuda. This is not a Bermuda we can simply just wish into existence. It's going to take time, hard work, and patience. Today's throne speech represents a plan to keep us moving forward toward that dream in all areas. The biggest challenge is to get the economy creating the jobs and opportunities to help people provide for their loved ones. And we are making progress. The finance minister and ministry has reported 420 new jobs that were created between April of this year and September. That's news, good news for those families. But there's so much more to be done and so much more to be given for the thousands who are without work right now when we took office last Christmas. Today's speech outlines many initiatives to breathe job-creating life back into the economy. It also puts forward ways and means to support the many who seek assistance. One of the frustrations I've experienced since becoming premier is how tight government hands are, tied by the debt and deficits we have to deal with, because they severely restrict our ability to help people in need. Just consider the fact that more than $105 million of our $1.2 billion budget this year goes to just paying interest on the debt. $105 million. Interest. That's nearly 10% of the total budget going to lenders before anything else is paid. That's a huge amount of money that could otherwise be used to help people. Despite the constraints, I directed my colleagues to nail down measures that would bring more direct help to people, and not just from government, but private sector as well. These are tough times, and we need to do more. We need to lend a hand to the people who are struggling. And as a result, in this throne speech, we are able to reach an unprecedented agreement with grocers to expand food price relief by offering a 10% discount on food prices starting this December 1st. Put together funding for a job creation program to cut back the overgrowth at the St. George's Golf Course. We're moving forward a Good Samaritan Act to increase food donations to charities, to expand their reach to those in need. We're moving forward with an election pledge to ensure 20% of all government spending on goods and services goes to small businesses, helping them stay afloat and keeping our people working. We're progressing the cash back for communities, putting dollars toward anti-gang programs, charities, and community work projects. And though we haven't yet got a deal, we continue to talk with Balco for some form of cost relief for all Bermudians. The government will continue to move forward to rebuild the economy so that new jobs and opportunities spread across the community. But we also need all of us doing what we can to pitch in to help the many who are struggling today. Tough times test people, and we need everyone who can lend a hand. It's about making real the principles of being our brother's keeper and shared sacrifice. It's about all of us in this boat together, working together, moving forward to make us strong again, leaving no one behind. Those are not empty words. I will continue to challenge, coax, and persuade people to reach out to help their fellow Bermudians and to use these tough times to reset the foundation for this island, where we learn to live together better as Bermudians before all else. We have progressed talks with the tripartite committee to ensure that there is shared sacrifice for all, and I am confident we will continue to make progress. My deepest hope is that the changes we are bringing forward in this throne speech and beyond will take hold quickly, because people need help now. I see the pain, I see the suffering, I feel it. Until then, I want to assure the people of Bermuda that your government is working to make things better, moving forward to that better Bermuda that we all want. Thank you for this time. And so we'll open it up if anyone has any questions for a few moments. As we mentioned earlier, our ministers are itching to get one-on-one time with you, but we'll entertain a few questions at this time. Yes?
Premier, are you at liberty to say what the grocery stores are going to benefit, or what are they getting a concession on in order to extend this extra percentage?
Yeah, no, this is about shared sacrifice. There was no value proposition here. The supermarkets, I will say, did come to us initially as we negotiated, led by whose brother don't they? He's right in front of me here, and Home Affairs Minister Mr. Fay. They did come with 8%, and I can say that they came back again and rethought the proposition and realized that that was not enough of a sacrifice, and they came back with 10%. What are we giving back to them? Thank you. It's much needed for Bermudians.
Any other questions? Derek?
Premier, good afternoon. How would you summarise the friend speech that you just presented to the country? Do you think it's radical and forward-thinking and progressive even?
Well, you know, the pathway to quality and perfection has no finish line. And I believe that this throne speech really speaks to our core, and that is social and economic equity for everyone. This is about incentivizing those to invest in the country. As you know, we have no natural resources of our own other than our intellectual capital. And Bermuda's main contributor to the GDP is foreign investment. And so we need to encourage that foreign investment, which allows us to give to those needy programs and charities, to give to those social programs for clubs and the likes. That all comes from investment coming into the island. And so there will be no help if we don't get economic growth in Bermuda. And this is about driving economic growth back to the country to ensure that we get jobs first on the table and ensure that families can feed themselves and can pay their electricity bill.
So it's about half practicality, really.
Yes, it is. We have to be practical going forward. You know, we can't continue on. You know, the question was asked, well, where's the moral compass here? And I have concerns with a question like that was asked earlier when we came out of the House of Assembly. Where was the moral compass when we allowed ourselves to get into $1.5 billion in debt that has crippled this country, and now it can afford to give the help that it needs to give? So we have to be practical about how we move forward. And this government will be responsible, practical, and will move with aggression to ensure that we get investment in this country, which allows all of us in this room to have the jobs that we have. If we don't do that, we will see more contraction, and we'll see less media at these kinds of functions, because the investment money is not coming into the country. It has to be a priority of ours, because it affects everyone. Everyone.
And I've just seen an initial reaction from the opposition,
Yes.
and they've said that basically the throne speech lacks substance. It doesn't address the jobs crisis. It's claimed that the government is overwhelmed and unable to put together a plan to get Bermudians back to work. It's shocking and disappointing. There's
Yes.
the comments I've read. You talked earlier about the importance of collaboration. It doesn't look as though you're going to get much
Thank you. Good night.
collaboration from governments, the opposition during this session.
Well, certainly, we'll continue to press the issue of collaboration. I believe there's large scope moving forward, despite those immediate responses from the opposition. It's nothing new. We didn't expect anything different as far as the response is concerned. But I do believe we have an opportunity to move forward. Otherwise, all of Bermuda is going to continue to feel the pain if we as parliamentarians do not find a collective way of coming together to solve these challenges that we do have. Shocking? Yeah. I think what's shocking for all of us is the debt that we're in. I think what's shocking to us is the number of thousands of people who don't have a job right now. I think what's shocking is the number of people who have, in the thousands, left this country. That's what's shocking. So we now need to look at resolution on how we fix these things rather than making comments like shocking and the likes concerning the throne speech. This concerns me, but I believe that we'll have opportunity to work together this next legislation. We have no other choice.
Julia, did you have a period also?
No, I think he's pretty much covered everything.
Colin, you have a comment too?
But Premier, what do you say to that, those people who have been unemployed for 2 years and 3 years and struggling to survive, and yet, we're here working together, leaving no one
Yes.
behind? How do you get them to believe that that is the sentiment of the government?
Well, again, it goes back to being practical. We now need to understand a little more about how our economy works. And I think that this opportunity is giving us great time to be able to speak to the people of Bermuda so that they understand how we get money into our coffers. There is no Bermuda dollar if there is no investment dollar coming in. And what I say to the people of Bermuda who are struggling, I am aware of it. All of us in Cabinet are aware of it every single day, and every Tuesday when we meet in Cabinet. We are hearing the horror stories that are out there, and so we are progressively moving forward. That's why we've been aggressive to get business registrations up, as you've seen, since 2008. These are the beginning stepping stones to ensure that Bermudians will get jobs, and not just jobs, but good paying jobs. And so we've started out with an initiative. We've seen several hundred jobs being created, and there's more to come. There's more work to be done. But after 10 months of looking under the hood, I can say that we have a clear idea of where we need to go. Just recently, I was away to the Islamic Investment Forum in London, and this provided us a clear opportunity to speak to foreign direct investment into this country. And so we're going to leverage off of these relationships. And in 2014, we are looking forward to many things happening to help relieve this challenge. What I say to Bermuda is, please, hold on. Your government is working tirelessly to ensure we relieve the pain that you are feeling.